Hello, everybody. Another episode of Nerd in Texoma coming straight to you. There it is. Uh, I hope y'all are having a good day, night, weekend, lunch break, whenever you're watching this. Hope things are going good for you. Today, I am going to be talking about another kind of touchy subject, I guess. Some people have very strong views on it, one way or the other. I'm not saying anybody's right. I'm not saying anybody's wrong. Just giving my opinion. Y'all can comment your opinions down below. Let's talk about it. What I'm talking about today is retro game preservation, the use of emulators, things like that. I'm sure a lot of y'all have heard about Raspberry Pi. Those are like little microcomputers. I mean, seriously, they're freaking tiny. Little chips that basically recreate almost a whole computer on the one chip. Most commonly used are for game emulator systems, such as this one. I did not make this. I bought this because I thought it was cool. It is a Raspberry Pi in a reproduction clear Nintendo Entertainment System cartridge. I don't believe there was ever an official cartridge that was a clear green cartridge like this. As you can see there, that is the Raspberry Pi chip itself. That is the brains of everything. You see the wires coming out. One is for your HDMI connection, one is for your controller connection, and one is for your power connection. You can see them there at the bottom. Or actually flip it over like that. Got your HDMI over here, power next to the HDMI, and then finally over here you have your USB connector for your controllers. You can use a wide variety of controllers, anything that has USB. Some are automatically programmed into the system, so all you do is just plug it in and it'll recognize it. Some of them you have to go in and configure it, hit the up arrow, hit the down arrow, hit the A, B, X, Y, different buttons so it'll map it out for you. But this is a way to keep some of the retro games alive. And by retro, I'm talking about the older systems. I'm not talking about like PS4, Xbox 360, anything like that. As far as I know, this particular Raspberry Pi that I have can only handle up through PlayStation 1. I haven't gotten emulators on there for it yet. I've got some for Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Genesis, Super Nintendo, and the regular NES. I think there might be one or two more. It's not 100% sure. But a lot of those older systems, when you start going back towards even the NES, which this cartridge, NES, the big old system, a lot of those older systems are starting to fail. A lot of the games are very difficult to find. There are places which you can do a quick Google search on the internet and find what's called emulators. That is a program which will tell your computer or your phone even to how to act like a video game system. So it'll tell it how to act like a Genesis, or how to act like a Nintendo, or how to act like a TurboGrafx. Then, again, using Google, there are websites where you can find what are called the ROMs. ROMs are the individual games. And I'm not giving out any links on this. I'm not giving out any recommendations on websites to check out and this and that and the other, because it's a slippery slope. For preservation purposes, sometimes it still kind of runs into that gray area of pirating software. I think there's a difference between pirating and preservation, personally. That's just me. If you disagree or you agree, say so in the comments. Let me know. That's cool. I mean, I'm not here to say, oh, I'm right and you're wrong and this and that and the other. No, I mean, let's have a discussion about it. Let's keep it civil, but have a discussion about it. In my opinion, if a company is not producing the software or the hardware anymore, and hasn't for such a long time, yes, they still own the rights to it, but at the same time, if they're not pursuing anything with it, why not let people preserve it how they see fit? You know, it's one of those kind of public domain type things. There's a bunch of old classic movies, classic songs that, you know, the copyright has expired on, or they never had a copyright in the first place, that are public domain. In my opinion, you know, with old Atari games, old Nintendo games, even up through like Super Nintendo, the systems have pretty much been dead for 20, 30, sometimes even 40 years. And copies of the system themselves, copies of the games themselves, are being destroyed. They're being lost every day. So why not preserve that on a ROM, on something like this, so that future generations can actually enjoy and go back and see where things came from. You know, track back, hey, you know, you like whatever Mario game on the Switch, whatever Pokemon game on the Switch, you know, Sonic on whatever system. Hey, how about this? Let's check out where Sonic started. Let's check out where Mario started. Final Fantasy. You know, name your game series. Check it out. Like I said, to me, preserving the older systems, preserving the older games, is a very cool thing to do. Very smart thing to do, in my opinion. You know, nobody's trying to make a buck off of these. Nobody's sitting there and like, you know, yes, you can, you know, you have to buy the reproduction cartridge. You have to buy the computer chip and the connectors and all that. You know, but it's not like they're trying to compete with what Nintendo, Sega, Microsoft, Sony is putting out currently. These are for people that have a love of the older games. In my opinion, they're a valuable thing to have. You know, it's just like a classic movie or classic song. classic TV show. But, like I say, that's my opinion. What's yours? Point at the camera. All right. Hope y'all enjoyed this talk. Let me know in the comments what y'all think. And I will see y'all back for the next episode of Nerd in Texoma. Bye.